There's something I want to talk about. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you might have caught the post that I put up on my page the other day. I had a text post regarding Venezuela's attack preparations against Guyana. I want to quickly talk about that. I'll wait for some of you guys to get in here. Let me know you're here by giving me a thumbs up or leaving a comment. All right, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm not seeing anybody in here yet, but we'll go ahead and start talking about it. So, Brazilian intelligence released the invasion plans of Venezuela to attack Guyana. They said that Venezuela is making preparations right now to invade Guyana. Now, this is something we've talked about on this channel for quite some time. I've been going over this for about a year, okay? Off and on, I've talked about it. ExxonMobil and Hess had contracts off the coast of Guyana, to drill and to pump their oil. And they had just started to do that. Well, Venezuela is now getting ready to vote to annex about 2/3 of Guyana. And those 2/3 are going to be the oil-rich areas, and especially the coastal areas too. You know, why all of a sudden is Venezuela wanting to annex that country? It always comes back down to oil, doesn't it? Everything's been fine with Guyana. Venezuela's been fine with Guyana maintaining control of that region for the last 120 years, right? It's been like 120 years where the World Court has sided with Guyana in this matter. Okay, this was already disputed 120 years ago, and Venezuela was basically told to go F off. That they already got enough territory, they already got enough oil and all that stuff, right? What Guyana holds is theirs. It's already been determined. But they're trying to bring this back to the courts. And just the other day, The Hague and the world courts told Venezuela again to go screw themselves, not to mess with the status quo. But because Exxon and Hess were starting to drill oil off the coast of Guyana, that just made Venezuela's mouth start to salivate over the oil. They want to take it from a weaker and lesser nation, right? Guyana's population is about 750,000 people. They're very small country, right? Not very powerful at all. Very weak military force. Barely have a military force at all. And so Venezuela has last year signed a military agreement with Suriname and Colombia. Okay, and they can take the entire country if they want to. And what Brazil released the other day is basically saying that they are now in preparations to invade Guyana. Why is that important? Why is this something I have to do a live stream about? Because it is rumored that Guyana has approached the United States government to ask us to join the Union. They want protection from the United States, so that we would protect them from Venezuela, and rightfully so. I mean, I totally understand that, right? They are a big ally of the UK. They're doing business with ExxonMobil, an American company. They're doing business with Hess. We're talking about big business here, potential for massive GDP growth, and they've asked for protection already. So if they get invaded and we decide to protect them, this could pop off into a major regional conflict over the oil that's off the coast of Guyana. And it's not just any oil, guys. This isn't dirty crude. This is low sulfur content, very high quality oil that we're talking about. So it's a very desirable area for drilling for oil, for pumping oil. So the potential here for a regional conflict to pop off is very, very high, and no one's talking about it. No one. I have not heard a single news commentator bringing this up, which is why I feel as though I have got to talk about this. And the referendum that Venezuela is about to have is on Sunday, December 3rd. We're 2 days away from this. They're going to vote on whether or not to annex Guyana, okay? And if they vote to do this, they're going to invade. So the question you need to ask is, what will the United States do in response to this? Because it's almost certain that it's going to happen. Brazil released the intel that Venezuela is already in preparations to invade. All right, we're talking about a very weak nation, a very vulnerable nation, Guyana, being attacked by a very powerful nation, Venezuela, over their oil, right? To literally do nothing but steal their oil, right? And the justification that Venezuela is trying to use to do this is totally null. It's already their argument over this territory, their claim over this territory was already disputed in the world courts 120 years ago, right? But now that they find out that there's good oil there, they want to revive these ancient disputes that have already been put to rest a long time ago. We're seeing this kind of stuff happen all over the world. This is a trend that has been going on all year this year. 2023 was the year of big nations attacking small nations over disputes which were previously thought to have been put to rest. That's essentially what has happened all year this year. I mean, we saw it in Armenia. We're seeing it, all over the place. I don't need to go into all that. We're talking about Guyana. Anyways, I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention because there is a potential that the U.S. could get involved. Guyana has already approached us. Well, there are rumors that they have already approached us begging to become a protectorate or a territory at the very least, and at best, a state, right? There is a website dedicated, right, to Guyana becoming a state in the United States, a member of the Union. There's an entire website dedicated to that. Okay, so it's not something that they don't want over there. There are a group of people in Guyana that want statehood. They want to join the Union, and I totally understand why. I mean, it would make sense for them. But not just that, but Exxon has already developed the fields. They've already been pumping the oil, right? These are major contracts we're talking about. So the question is, United States going to just let all that go to waste, or are we going to support Exxon, Hess, and Guyana in this matter, and maybe kick off some guerrilla war down there, or actual, head-to-head war? Not covert operations, but overt. Are we going to do covert down there? Or could it pop off to overt, right? That's the question I'm asking. So anyways, wanted to bring that to your attention because nobody's really talking about it. And there is a big potential that we could get involved. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Here, I'm at a red light. Let me read the comments real quick. Let me see. Arnold Schmidt, good to see you. Good morning. Elton Butterfield, Stan, good to see you guys. Pamela, Arnold, let's see. Saffron Bay, good to see you. Is similar to the oil Libya has and condensate. Yep. Any questions before I get off of here? Thanks, Doug. Stan, good to see you. Look who we have in the White House. Scary. Yeah, I'd say we don't have anybody in the White House, if you ask me. There's nobody there, just a body. A body with an empty core is all it is. That oil is light, sweet, and easy to refine. Yep, that's right. I think we need to address shadow government in this country. Yeah, we do. That's for sure. But anyways, guys, I can't be reading and driving now. I hope you guys got something out of this video. Please warn people about this. This is a very serious situation, and tensions all across the world are already escalating, right? Things are very tense, and any little thing, especially like this, could be the catalyst to trigger an all-out war, World War III, basically. So does this have the potential to be the thing that triggers World War III? I do believe that it does have the potential to do that and to be the trigger. This is something that is people are not following this. This is totally coming out of left field, and we need to keep our eye on this stuff, and we need to be prepared. So, like always, guys, I always tell you, make sure you're prepared with your water. Square your water away. Make sure you have the containers to put water in, but also make sure you have chlorine or some way to disinfect your water at all times with you wherever you go. I don't care what you use. This isn't an advertisement for this one. This is just an example of something that you can keep in your car, okay, at all times, right? The average person needs about 30 gallons of water, of drinking water per month, right? So if it's you and another person, being able to treat 50 gallons of water or 60 gallons of water per month is going to be good for you and another person for a month. So don't just think about how much chlorine you need for yourself, but also how much chlorine you might need for someone else. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And as always, don't forget, help out your neighbors. Bye.